Hello everyone, welcome to Tech Sharmit. In this session, we are going to talk about another very important topic for SVG, that is how to create a link for SVG either using text or using some kind of graphics. Okay, so in this session, we will see how we can utilize anchor tag for SVG task. Okay, so by the end of this session you will be able to understand like how to make any particular text as a link, or maybe as a or maybe a graphic to work as a link. Okay, so before we start this discussion, I would like to recommend you to please go and check out the previously released sessions first, because they all are in proper sequence and sync. So if you follow them sequentially, then it would be very easy for you to understand the ongoing topic, because for time being we are just focusing mainly on the portion that is related to anchor tag. Okay, but prior to that you should know what is SVG, how we can draw the shapes through SVG, because in this session also we are going to draw one shape which is circle, right? So you should know what are the, although like I'm going to show you the code for that, but again like the thing like how to draw circle and shape is already discussed in detailed way, right? So if you follow that, then it would be easy for you. Okay, all right, so I think now we are good to start with the session. And here if we talk about the codes, so you can see the code is straightforward and simple, because as of now like we have just noted down the basic thing, which include one title in the head section and a heading in the body, which is HTML by Tech Sharmit. Now what we will do, we will simply save this code and I'll show you the output of this code at the moment, which is showing this HTML by Tech Sharmit. Okay, now you can see here in comment section there are few things I have mentioned, which is attribute and its description. So as we are going to talk about the anchor tag, so these are the all possible attribute that we can pass to this anchor tag. But remember one thing, they are not mandatory one. Okay, some of them you can pass, some of them you can skip, it is up to you, but I'll tell you each and everything in detailed way by implementing the example. Okay, fine. So I think now we are good to start writing the code. So let's put one heading first. So here I'll write heading. Heading would be links in SVG. Okay, so this is the subheading I want to show here. Now there are few things that we are going to discuss in this session, so I'll put that also as a heading. So the first thing is SVG link as a text. Okay, so this is the first thing, that we are going to create a SVG link as a text. Clear? Similarly we will add, here I'll write h3, here we will write SVG link as a graphic. Okay, so this time we are going to like for this point we will create one graphic or a one shape, and on that shape like we will be applying the anchor tag. Clear? So I think these are the topics that we are going to cover in this particular session. Now as we are talking about the SVG, because we wanted to draw something, so let's draw the SVG. So to add the SVG, we will simply write here SVG, and here in this SVG we will put the height, width and all the required stuff. So let me put like this way. Here I will write firstly the height, HEIGHT, height would be 600 pixels, maybe 500 would be enough for now. Then we will set width would be 1000 pixel, height, width, and then we will apply some border just to show you the area that is covered by that SVG. So here I'll write 5 pixel solid black. Okay, now okay, prior to that we should mention border here, otherwise it won't work. So let me remove it from here. Here I'll write, let me clear it first, style, then we will write here border. Now we will write 5px solid black. Now you can save it and refresh it. So once you refresh it, you will see that SVG has been added on the browser screen. Now on this SVG, we are going to create one anchor tag which will act as a link in both way when we are providing the content as a text and when we are providing the content as a shape. Okay, so let me show you how we can implement this thing. So firstly, we will consider it as a text scenario. So for that, you just need to write here a tag, which is an anchor tag. Okay, in this a tag, we will pass the first attribute. Now let me tell you all the possible attribute that we can pass here. So the first attribute is href, which means the URL to go to. Okay, so wherever you want to take your flow, you can mention that URL. Then we have download, tells the browser to download the URL instead of go to it. Okay, so in case if you want to download that thing, you can pass here. Then we have href length, which is the language of the page the link points to. Okay, so here we can specify the language. Then we have refer policy, which shows the refer to send when fetching the URL. Likewise, we have rel, which is relationship. So the relationship of the target object to the link object. Later on, we have target, which is where to open the link, can be self, parent, top, blank or a name. Thereafter, we have type, which is the MIMB type for the linked URL. So these are the all possible attributes that we can pass to this anchor tag, anchor element. But again, I'm saying these all are not mandatory. As per your requirement, you can pass the element attribute. So for this example, we just need to pass two things, which is href and target. I'll show you how we can use it. So firstly, we will mention here href. Here I will write firstly https : then we will put www.google.com. okay, and after this, what we will do, we will simply put here target, and in target we will put *_ not *_ So what this target will do, it will open this link into a separate folder. Now some of you might be thinking like we can simply put here the text and then we can save it and refresh it. So you can see now it is not providing it anything. Why? Because we are not using the text. So instead of this direct text, we are supposed to provide text element here. In this text element, we will put the value of x, which is 5, then value of y, which is 15. Then we will pass the fill, and here in fill we will put the red, and then we can put any link, for example the tag Sharmit podcast. Now you can save it and refresh it. So after a refresh, you can see now the text is here and also it is behaving like a link. So if you click on this link, it will open the www.google.com in a separate window, or in a separate tab. Why? Because we have specified blank. In case if you want to keep in the same self, you can pass self, parent, top, blank. So these are all things that we have already discussed when we discussed about the target element for HTML. So you can refer that and you can explore the things. So this is the first thing that we discuss, SVG link as a text. Now we will talk about SVG link as a graphic. So in this situation, you just need to remove this portion here, and in place of this, you can simply put one graphic shape which you want to show as a link. So here I'll put circle. In this circle, we will put here r equal 45. Okay. Then we will put cx equal 50. Then we will put cy equal 50. Okay. And then later on we will put fill. Fill would be red. So now what will happen, if you save it and refresh the browser, you will see one shape has been populated here, and when you click on this shape, it will open the same link. But this time we are not clicking on any particular text. Instead of that, we are just using a shape to open this link. Clear? So this is how we can utilize SVG link as a graphic as well as a text. So I hope this session is clear to all of you, and in the next session we will discuss few more things related to SVG and graphics. So yeah, thanks for watching Tech Sharmit.